It's a very important photo shoot.
Episode 24, bruh.
24. That's crazy.
Wait, what are we gonna do for the 25th?
All right.
Retro.
Welcome to Shelfies. Hold on, I gotta make sure that there's not a Tired Hands release tomorrow. I'm Turdferg, this is
The Beer Guy.
and we're really pumped about our show today. We have some Attaboy beer that we're gonna get to in a minute, but first, we're gonna start with some Barley and Hops.
The Fran Show Comes Alive beer,
Yeah.
which
so-
was special collab with our guy Ben Little,
Yeah.
Eric and John from Barley and Hops. We have it on
So-
draft here now.
Yeah, so it's around 6% alcohol. It's a New England style.
Whoa! There she is, and she wants to try it. This is our friend Carly from Attaboy. Barley and Hops is in Frederick. Attaboy is in Frederick.
This is a New England style IPA. It's got a nice fruity nose on it.
Little pineapple.
Little pineapple, maybe some papaya. Like it's
Finish is real soft and pretty clean. Like,
there's a touch of sweetness on that. What do you think of this?
Well, these guys are making great beer, and
Yes.
they're
they are.
good guys too. So, definitely, it's one of our favorites of their beers. But we don't get out very much.
And a big part of Frederick right now is Attaboy
Is
Brewing
you guys.
Company.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We opened late January, so yeah.
So-
we count by the days.
that's right. That's awesome.
I worked for a graphic design studio. So
Okay, so you had a
but
little bit.
I'm a project manager. Brian, for a long time, did technology and then worked in cheese for a
Okay.
long time, for like 5 years. And then when we decided to do this, I was like, hey man, you gotta go work in a brewery. Like we're not gonna throw everything up in there. So
Right.
he worked for a brewery out in north of San Francisco for 2
Oh,
years.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I kept my job that I didn't like that much, just like every day, while he made $8 an hour, kind of grinding it away, learning more about it. So we were in the
he was making $8 an hour cleaning, basically.
Yeah, exactly. I was bringing home the bacon, if you will, and living in a crappy apartment, and so when we decided to do this, we were like, why are we doing this?
And why did
so-
you decide on Maryland?
We have family in the area,
Oh,
so
nice.
we wanted to be on the East Coast, and so we just kind of like looked up all around, and the Maryland laws had just changed. There weren't at the time when we were still looking. It looked like things were moving forward, actually,
Right.
which is kind of funny where we are at this moment.
Well, I think
but-
we'll be able to get that back on track.
I
You
know.
guys actually hosted Francho as well.
Yes, he came to our place to announce it. We actually didn't know that was the plan. We just thought he was gonna
Come out and hang.
come around, shake some hands, hold our baby, that kind of thing. But yeah, my role, I'm pretty outspoken. I'm kind of, we're a small brewery.
Right.
We're from the West Coast where things are, a lot more unregulated. So, as coming from that world where we're like, this is crazy. Like, let's deregulate it, and things still work as they do, because we need all these levels and we need all these people. But having this forced
Legislation.
like it's a little bit hard to hear, and so I'm a little bit of loudmouth, and it's
What do you
really
think
hard.
about? What do you think about the task force and where it's at right now?
I think it'll be interesting to see how the next 2 months play out, but also one thing that's hard to figure out is it's about the constituents, and like that's why we ended up there, because the people that drink beer in Maryland went nuts, right?
Right.
When stuff started to go down, the only reason
Yeah.
things started to change was because the people drinking
The
beer.
grassroots part of it with the craft
Yeah.
people.
Right.
Fans like me
We're like-
getting
Yeah.
upset because I don't get my beer.
Right,
Right,
and we don't want
exactly.
special. We don't want any special. Like, we just want an even playing field. We need to continue to move it forward. But I agree, it won't be. We're not gonna blow the doors out, and it's not gonna be like, whoa, free for all. But it'll be.
But I feel like 1283 it's not great, but it's a little bit better. And I personally want to shout out Peter Francho for doing
Yes.
this, because that's a great thing that he's doing. If Frederick turns into Asheville of Maryland.
Right.
Think about that. All the money, tourism, and blah blah blah. There's so many good breweries out there now. You know, obviously you have Flying Dog, great brewery. Monocacy, great brewery.
Barley
you
and
guys,
Hops.
Barley and Hops.
Got Old Mother, we got Rockwell,
House Cat's coming along.
Speaking of House Cat,
This
speaking of House
is a.
can you pour us a little
We
taster
can.
of Tarts McGee, which is a sour saison?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tarts McGee. Brian, are you doing it?
We want Brian to change it. There he is.
Here's Brian. Thank you so much. Well, so thank you so much for coming on.
Good to see you guys. Sorry about the ass grabs. It is,
That's a.
I
We're all
signed
about
up
it.
Hey, you can't pass it.
Thank you so much,
You
Carly.
can't pass it.
So
That's
we're running out of space here. So Carly's going to go tend to the
The
crying
baby. She's changing the baby. And we're
But
going to talk to.
This is Brian from Attaboy, and Brian is he's co-owner with his wife Carly, and we're super excited to have them on our show today. The first beer we're going to have up is Tarts McGee, which is actually a collaboration, right?
Yeah, we had a guest brew on that. It was House Cat Brewing here. We'll try to keep his bacteria in the kettle, not in our fermenters. No, he's doing all sours. That's why it's he's approved right now. It's going to take a while for him to get some stuff on tap.
Right.
So.
Well, you've done a couple saisons yourself before collaborating with him.
Yeah, this is the first sour beer we've put out though.
Okay.
So this is a kettle sour, to be clear. So it's a quick turn. It's not an aged one, but we wanted a nice crisp summer beer, a little bit of tartness. It's not overwhelming. You're not going to be puckering. It's going to kind of hit in the side of the mouth a little bit. And
It's not a fruit beer. Like there are peaches and that used in this, but to me,
And you get notes of the peaches.
yeah, the peach is almost like an accent to it being a great saison in the first place. Tell us a little bit about how it was putting this beer together with Joe.
yeah, I mean it was coming together. Like I know yeast and I know clean fermentation, and he knows the bacteria better. So it was like, in different parts of the process, we feel stronger about different things. So like, I'm bringing in this bacteria into the brewery. He's like, it's okay, it behaves that way. It's fine, because it's like a very different microorganism. Like yeast, I know that fermentation very well. I know how it's going to end up. I know the flavors it's going to kick out. But bacteria is a whole different world. So it was really great to collaborate on this beer. And
Tell us about your background in brewing.
sure. Sure, Carly told you, like we did the classic homebrew thing where you're in your basement and you think it's awesome, and everyone tells you, hey, you're great at this, you should sell this beer, and maybe you shouldn't, maybe you need a wife who tells you to shut up and go get an $8 job, scrubbing the floors at a brewery. So I went to Heretic Brewing. It's in Fairfield, California, halfway between San Francisco and Sacramento.
Okay.
And worked for this basically like a homebrew legend, Jamil Zainashev. He started a brewery. He won every single homebrew award ever, and then he decided to start a brewery. So we figured it'd be a good guy to work for. I got very lucky getting that. It actually took me a couple years to get a brewing job. Attaboy would not be here if it weren't for my wife. You see the brewer, like, oh, that guy's making the beer. I'm like, that person earned all the money and believed in this crazy idea. Like, I was just like, I'm this little engine that kind of plods along, but she's the one who's provides the charisma and the excitement and and earned all the money while I was making nothing. So.
Yeah. Next up, we have another
Gabba.
beer from Attaboy, which is kind of mind exploding in a lot of ways. It's a hazy New England style IPA. It's called Galaxy Made, and I believe it's single hop used on this.
Actually, it is. We bittered with a tiny bit of Horizon in the beginning. Galaxy, pretty expensive, hard to get, so I tried to stretch it out as much as I could and not waste it on bittering. Once you use it as a bittering, you kind of lose the aroma, so I tried to preserve all the Galaxy for the aroma, which you can smell 2 hours over it.
Oh man,
It's so great.
I was filming our slow motion pour earlier, and right when Rob started pouring it, I can smell this
So
from the other
good.
side of the room. I mean, this is incredible.
It comes out when I can get Galaxy.
Right.
They're very hard to get hops,
Right.
and then we try to get as much as we can to kind of keep up. But yeah, it comes out once every couple months. And then
Nice. And I feel
around
like
for a
now
couple
this
weeks.
is the third release of it, right?
Yep.
So it's getting more and more hype. Like now I see, Galaxy Made's out. People on the internet are like, Galaxy Made's out. You have to get out to Attaboy
Nice.
and get it. things like that. So
That's cool.
that's
Are
awesome.
there any other hops that would work with that recipe, possibly for the future? Or?
Well, yeah, I am. I'm gonna try my hand at another New England style IPA soon. With Citra and Mosaic, and we got a couple other kind of
Whoa, what?
There's a couple other cool
Shelfies collab?
So we're booking you again.
So we're looking at all the different. There's a lot of cool different hops coming out. So we're trying to keep our eye on things
Right.
and just try different stuff because we're 10-barrel system, so we can make a bunch of fun different things.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thank you so much to
Now we
Attaboy.
come back and you can
We
wave bye
will-
to our folks. Bye.
We will see you later.